This is embarrassing to me. I don't actually know how this happened. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I can't explain it to myself. I really thought about lying to you. I'd really deeply considered it. I just moved into this historic townhome, and by the end of this decorating series, this place is going to look unrecognizable. But we're gonna get there, not with one giant expensive room makeover, but by doing it the way most people decorate their spaces, by diagnosing everyday design issues and upgrading them one at a time. This is my home, I'm making it cute. It's not that cute yet, but I'm making it cute, yeah. Hello. Today, I find myself in it's kind of a good news, bad news situation. The good news is we're gonna do a really fun project today. We're gonna do some painting. We are also gonna install some full wall shelving that I'm so excited about. We're gonna chat. Let me lecture you about my cat. I think I've really noticed myself aging. I also just noticed my face getting older. That's the good news. The bad news is I don't have any furniture to sit on anymore. I don't have any seating furniture. I sent all of my chairs and couches and chaises and everything to get upholstered. And I was on the phone with the upholsterer, and they said they would be able to pick up all the furniture at the same time and drop it off at the same time. And I was like, oh, that's great. We can get it all done, la, la, la. Thank you so much. And I got off the phone, and Justin walked in the room and he was like, what was that? And I was like, oh, that's the upholsterer. They're able to pick up all the furniture tomorrow. And he was like, when's it going to be back? And I was like, oh, 6 weeks. And he was like, what are we going to sit on? I said, whoops, I didn't think about that. So he did say that would probably be a good thing to consult him about in the future. We have these chairs if you just want to sit in a chair, but I don't think that was Justin's favorite news. Lesson learned. Sorry, Justin. Sorry I took away all of our chairs. They will be back eventually. The good news is we're going to do something really fun to this room, which I hate. This room, as I've said 1,000,000 times, is horrible. This room sucks. I don't like it. But we're going to paint. We're going to hope it turns out good. We're going to cry if it doesn't, and then move on with our lives. But most exciting, these are all bookshelves, really dope shelves that I want to put basically all over this wall. I'm hoping it just makes it really cozy and gets us closer to that study vibe. I want it to be the library, the study. I think it's going to be really cool, theoretically. Justin's out of town, and I kind of want to get this done before he comes back. So I need to build these, I need to mount them, but in order to do that, I need to paint the wall. In order to paint the wall, I need to figure out what color to paint the wall. La 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 la. Let's figure it out. I did some paint swatches on the wall, and I was kind of going with this greenish, tealish, because that's what's on the carpet, and I actually really like the colors in the rug. It makes me like the room more. So I was like, cool, mystery solved. Let's put that on the wall. All of these colors work. I'm kind of leaning more towards this, a little more blue. I think it would work in here, but I don't actually like it. I don't even think I like this color. I don't really like cool toned colors that much. But there's all this warm toned wood everywhere. I talk about this every week, but it's stumping me. I did a little test swatch over here. This is the lighter tone, slightly darker. I don't think I like either of them. So I have more paint to test. I've been staring at the colors for 2 weeks and thinking I need to try something a little more blue. So I got some samples, got some samps, and I kind of want to paint and gossip. Here's the gossip. Anyhow, I'm obsessed with backpacking recently. Justin has a lot of experience backpacking, and so I only started going with him a few years ago. I've only been a few times. Somewhere between the third and fourth trip, I was like, oh, I'm obsessed with this. But I get it now. I really love the idea of being in the woods and stripping everything away and figuring out who you really are and what you're really like. especially as someone who's like a people pleaser and, you know, like always basically calculating how I'm being perceived. I'm always calculating if people are liking me or not. And they're not always liking me. They're often not liking me. It's something I'm very attuned to and is important for my job, and is also really important to not do if I want to maintain sanity. Rhine River. Like, it's like I want to figure out, like, what am I like when I'm not trying to please everyone or like fix things, or what do I want to do just for me, or how do I want to pass time? I just want to be out there with a slingshot and just like try to hit stuff and look at trees. 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗢𝗧. Like, what is the purest version of me? If I could take away all stimuli. You know what else has been on my mind recently? I feel like I've really noticed myself aging. My face. My body aches all the time. Even though I'm very active and I stretch, and I'm just like, this is just what it's like to be old now. This is just it. This is the rest of our life. Which is fine. I'm trying to stretch more. But I also just like notice my face getting older. I still think it's a good face. But I'm noticing it, and I'm trying to like handle it well, you know? Like I talked about in previous videos, I'd gotten filler in the past, mostly when I was younger and I was really insecure about my lips. I think I've trained myself to appreciate the lips that I have over the years, just literally by doing things like, I saw some ad the other day and I was really struck by like this woman's beauty in the ad, but it wasn't like Instagram beauty, and it wasn't supermodel beauty, and it wasn't photo edited front of magazine beauty. It was just like a normal, beautiful person. And part of what was beautiful, well, she had thinner lips, and part of what was beautiful about it to me was that like I could tell that's just her face. Is like normal person beauty. And like seeing like the thin lips felt like so rare, because thin lips haven't been like in vogue in many years, which is like a ridiculous thing to say, but you know what I mean. And so to see like this like alive, beautiful person with thinner lips, it almost felt like a rare commodity, because like nobody on the front of a magazine like has thin lips ever. And I like noted that moment where I was like, oh, it's so beautiful to see. And she's beautiful. And I was like, why do I feel that way? Oh, because it's such a rare commodity to see like these thin lips untouched, blah, blah, blah. And I tried to like note it and be like, see, that's beautiful. Remember that that's beautiful. You thought that is beautiful. You like that. And like just enforcing moments like that, I feel like is helping me. But then also sometimes I look at my lips and I'm like, I wish they were more full. Stupid shit. We're just gonna carry on with 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗅𝗡𝗧, which isn't even dry yet, but I just have a good feeling about it. And more importantly, I'm feeling impatient. Here we go. But yeah, so I'm like noticing these signs of aging, but I just want to be able to get on board with it. Not that I'm really interested in getting filler anymore, but I do like getting 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗧, which I talked about, and 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗧 helps your face just rebuild its own collagen. You lose collagen in your face as you get older. It gets thinned out, and it helps you like reproduce collagen. So I do kind of like that, and I might do that again, especially before my wedding. I may. I've done it before. But no matter what, I'm gonna be older one day, and I really don't want to be that person who really struggles with looking their age. That sounds like a hard way to live, but I'm afraid that I will be that person. What if I could just like see the beauty of aging in myself the way I do see it in older women? I do. Like, not even older, but like someone who has been like properly touched by life, you know? And it's like nice to see in their face. I'm like kind of afraid it's gonna be hard for me, and I just don't wanna be miserable because I've been given the gift of being able to live a long time. You know what I mean? I'm like afraid I'm really gonna struggle with it. What am I even doing right now? Am I painting the whole wall with a paintbrush? Okay, so I don't have a plan. I'm basically just trying to sit with my mild discomfort about my own visible aging, and I'm just trying to not do anything about it, basically. Because I think a lot of the anxiety is like, I'm fine with how I look now, but what if I don't like how I look in 5 years? And it's like, well, you're fine now, just chill. I don't know. This is not an inspiring monologue. I wish that I didn't think about this. I wish I just thought about world peace and planting trees, sharing knowledge, or whatever more respectable, admirable thing would be. But I'm not. These are usually podcast thoughts. These are usually things we talk about on the podcast. I don't even know if this color looks any different on the wall. It's coming along though, it's coming along. Oh, this is the part where I get paint all over my sweatshirt probably. Here's my actual problem. I really want to hang these shelves today. But in order to do that, I have to finish painting this wall. But in order to finish painting the wall, I have to have enough paint. And so far, all I have is this one sample. I've kept forgetting to go get another gallon. The day is coming to a close. I have to eat this sandwich. Is there any world in which I can paint this entire wall and this wall with just this? No, okay. I'm glad we covered that. I had to say it out loud in order to know if it was true or not. Oh, it's pretty unstable. I caught that. All right, well, it's on my sweatshirt. Okay, I just want to announce that I'm painting this room in a really innovative way. As you can tell, I am painting the ceiling, but painting the ceiling sucks because it hurts your neck and it hurts your back and la 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 and it takes forever. So my innovative way of painting the room is that I did a little bit of like cutting in detail painting around the edges until I didn't feel like it anymore. And then I did painting the wall with the roller until I didn't feel like that anymore. And then I did a little bit of the ceiling, and then I stopped that when I felt like it, because all three of these tasks suck in different ways. So I'm just rotating between them. And so far my neck doesn't hurt because I've only done it for like 5 minutes. It's looking good. It looks horrible right now, but I actually feel happy with this. Okay, hideous, but then look at this corner. Cool. This is when Whitley, our kitty cat, gets his zooms. Let me lecture you about my cat. How about I do that? I kind of considered getting a cat for a while, and people actually commented often that I should get a cat, and I was like, I do agree. I think I would like a cat, but I wasn't quite ready for it. I was still too overwhelmed with life. Yeah, run. And then when we moved in here, Justin brought up the topic of a cat. Justin has also never had a cat. Neither of us have had cats before. But I was like, yeah, yes, I love the Zooms. I was like, I'm on board. I've kind of been thinking about it. Anyway, the story with Whitley was that he's only about 2 years old, they think. And he was found a couple months ago. He was abandoned in this home and starving among a bunch of other cats. And this woman from like the Humane Society, I think, was one of the rescuers. And he was so traumatized at the shelter that he was not gregarious enough and couldn't get adopted. And so the same woman who had rescued him, who works for the Humane Society, shout out Stacy, she just took him home and fostered him because he couldn't get adopted at the shelter. And she like rehabilitated him. And then Justin and I went and met him. We knew he was cuddly with her and he just needed some love and he needed someone to be sweet to him. Yeah, he'd been really traumatized. I can't believe it. And when we went to the vet, they pointed out that he has these like scars on his face, which they said probably means he was like a street cat at some point. So this freaking tiny 2-year-old baby has only lived a hard life on the streets, getting in fights, and then abandoned in whatever home he was in. And the first couple days here, he just like hid under the bed. And now he sleeps with me every night. I like sleep like this and he just sleeps right here and he cuddles all the time. Like if we're not petting him enough, he'll come and just put his head under your hand. He is wise, he's a goof, and he's just a baby. Even Justin said the other day, he was like, it's so crazy that this cat couldn't get adopted because he's like our perfect cat. But he's just full of love. You're seeming crazy right now. You're seeming really crazy pouncy right now. What are you doing? And I'll say it right now, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be meowing. I'm gonna be meowing sometimes. I'm sorry. If that's the end of your and my relationship, I totally get it. I don't think I'd tolerate it either. And I also am not able to not talk to him in a baby voice. As I said, I'm sorry. I don't defend it, but I don't have any control over it. I don't have any control. This is crazy that I put this on the wall like this. You guys let me do this? This is insane. Look how crazy this area looks. It doesn't look very good. Okay. I also get really self-conscious. I feel like whenever I wear these sweatpants and I'm like climbing on ladders, I like get a wedgie and then Paige, my editor, just like zooms in on my wedgie. So Paige, don't do that. I really don't want to have a wedgie. I don't know why that, just don't. But yeah, I'm self-conscious of having a wedgie. Oh, I did want to shout out the Humane Society though. If you want to get a cat, I highly recommend adopting. I mean, there's so many great parts to having this cat. One of like the most like special parts is that it really makes Justin and I feel like a family. We've had the opportunity to like negotiate different like approaches to like solving a problem. Because a lot of the time, a lot of our like life problems are not, the bigger ones are not super shared. It's like, I'm dealing with a work problem or he's dealing with a work problem. I have a family problem or he has a family problem. But I think like having a cat, it's been like, when there's an issue, like, how do we want to train him on this? What do we want the policy to be on this? It's the first time where I feel like we've had to solve a lot of problems before, plenty of problems, but it's the first one that we like belonged to both of us, I think equally. So yeah, and then it's been nice to navigate that together and be like, okay, even when we have like very different approaches, we are good at like navigating together and communicating together and like figuring out how to try one approach and then try another approach and like not get in a fight over what we're doing with this cat. Like, it just makes me feel even more excited and confident about having a family with this person, which I already was, and dog, you know I'm so excited to have a family. Well, you know what else I didn't say, which is probably important to say about this cat? Came with the name Whitley. That was his name. I don't dislike it. I already felt like we're putting him in a new environment. He's already been through trauma. Like, let's not change his name. That being said, I don't think he freaking knows his name. So his government name is Whitley. We mostly call him Rat or Ratmiss or Ratmiss Everdeen or Whitmiss. Mostly we call him the Rat. Anyway, he just has rat energy in like the best way. So yes, his Christian name is Whitley, but if you want to be like familiar, colloquial with the cat, he's the Rat.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous. You're beautiful and you're gorgeous.
Okay. The room is done. I painted the whole room, including the ceiling. Now let's recap. I tested a total of 8 different paint colors over the course of a week. I swatched them on 4 different walls in all different light and considered them over the week in all different times of day. I chose a swatch I liked, painted around the trim, I liked it, painted individual walls, I liked it, painted a whole corner with the bit of wall, ceiling, other wall, liked it, finished painting last night at midnight. I think you know where this is going. Woke up this morning, came downstairs, and what do you know? It is completely the wrong color. I can't think of a color I hate more, actually, than aqua. I feel like it's 2001 and I'm in your aunt's beach house. I don't actually know how this happened. I don't know when it happened. It seemed correct so many steps along the way. It seemed pretty correct, reasonably correct. Why did I paint my whole room aqua? Even the ceiling. I did the ceiling too. The amount of emotional regulating that I had to do in private this morning when I woke up and saw this, and I had to head out straight to a baby shower, and I was like, I'm in no state to go to a baby shower. I didn't even want to show you the room. I'm going to have to repaint the whole thing, and I considered doing it all off screen and then just doing the reveal and be like, and this is how it turned out, and showing you the good version, assuming I finally figure out the good version. I really considered lying to you guys. This is embarrassing to me. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I can't explain it to myself. I really thought about lying to you. I'd really deeply considered it, but that's not what I'm here to do. I'm just here to paint my whole room aqua and then make you look at it like you don't have anything better else to do. I think I didn't look at the paint with the light on. I think when I was testing paint, I had the light off the whole time. Why? I'm so upset. My room is aqua. So I just went back to the paint store. And I love my local paint store. It's so cute. And the guys there now recognize me. And this guy was like, hey, lady, saw you in here a couple times this week. And I was like, yeah, it's not going well. And he was like, what are you trying to paint? I was like, my dining room. It's aqua right now. He said, okay. And I said, that's not right. And he was like, yeah. So I picked out another color. I brought it to the front. And he was like, okay, you want to get a sample size of this? I said, no, give me a gallon. And he said, really? He actually said that to me. He said, really? And I said, yes, I've had it. I will paint this whole room the wrong color again. I'm not doing any more f***ing samples. I'm not saying you should follow my lead, but I can't. I cannot. I said, give me a gallon. He said, okay. And he handed me the gallon. And I said, if you see me in here again, it's bad. If I come back in here again, call the police. Okay? I told him. Okay, I have to repaint this whole room right now. And I do not have it in me to film this. So just Whatever. Okay, I fixed it. That's with the lights on. It's fixed. That was unbelievably dumb, but I do think I learned a major lesson. So I believe what happened is this. This room is very dimly lit. It's just this one little window and it doesn't get much light. But I also wanted the room to feel cozy. I'm going for that cozy, steady vibe. And so I was trying to think like, okay, I want this like green, blue, cozy, warm thing, but we can't go too dark because the room can't afford it. So it can't be too dark. So it needs to be like a green, blue that has a lot of white in it still, so that when we put it on the walls, it'll look darker because it's a dark room, but it won't actually be that dark. And that was wrong. That's how I ended up with aqua, is like a green, blue with white. But I realized when you have a dimly lit room that you want to feel cozy, the direction you have to go is gray. This is actually a tone of gray. It's Benjamin Moore Imperial Gray, but its undertones are blue-green. And when you put it all over the wall, depending on the wall, it looks blue or it looks green. It does not look gray. And I was like driving around yesterday thinking about like, what color am I supposed to get? And I was like, oh, is this when you get gray with different undertones? I don't think I've ever purchased a gray paint before, ever, 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 ever. But it actually worked out perfectly. This is exactly what I wanted. It's like calm, it's cool, but it doesn't make the room so much darker. Like probably looks blue over there. You know, you go to another wall next to a light and it looks a little more green. Yes, it reminds me of like the sea on an overcast day, which is exactly what I wanted. Not aqua. Yeah, anyway, I really did learn a big lesson today. Like this is when you get a gray with undertones. That was wild. Y'all, the holidays are coming up, and that means two things. Number one, it means we're gonna have a really fun decorating for the holidays video coming up very soon. You're getting a little sneak peek right now, but I can't give you any more of a peek. And number two, it means that times get very stressful when you're traveling, there's work stuff, and then like running my own business. It means that if I wanna take off time, all the same work still has to get done. There's no one else to do the work for me. So if I want to film 3 videos in a month and get them all edited and produced and blah, 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 I just have to do that in like fewer days. It really kind of stresses me out a lot. One of the best upgrades I have made for myself is that Justin and I do a 𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗡 cleaning service once a month for our deep clean, and it just like resets us. 𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗡 is a 5-star home service platform that's just dedicated to keeping your home nice and tidy. I think it's dedicated to keeping my sanity. You can instantly book trusted, background checked cleaners in your area. I always say this is also a really good gift to someone, just the gift of like giving them a home cleaning. Someone who's going through a hard time or is stressed, overwhelmed, or mourning, or who knows what. You could give them a casserole or you could give them a home cleaning service, which I think goes way farther. I love doing that. But with 𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗡𝗡, you can see photos, reviews, and availability right on the website. It's super easy to book, and you can schedule somebody as soon as this week. They also have a membership, which is like my dream scenario. It's called the Forever Clean membership, and it saves me money and it saves me the time and mental energy to be like, oh, I have to go book that thing. I have to put that thing on the calendar. I just set up regular cleanings. I can adjust them at any time, and it is a huge mental burden off of me. Like, it's hard to overstate how nice it is. To me, it is, yes, about keeping a clean and tidy home, but it's actually like so much more important just for like mental sanity. It just makes it all so much easier. So if you would like to experience having a little more time and a little more sanity in your life over the holidays, take home cleaning off your plate this holiday season by using 𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗡𝗡. And if you use this code 𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗏.com/CarolineWinkler, you can get your first 3 hours of cleaning for only $19, or scan the QR code. You're gonna love it. You're never gonna want to stop. You're gonna wonder how you did it before. It's the adulting level up you deserve. I promise you. So this part I'm really excited about. We want to get this closer to feeling like a cozy study library. And I'd also like more shelving. So I had the idea to just like cover all of these walls over here in shelves. Probably not that side, because you would like hit your head going into the kitchen, and there's like too many opportunities to hit your head. So I think just like this whole wall and over here. And I'm really excited about it. These are shelves. The brand is Cozy. You know where I found these shelves? These are the shelves hanging in my therapist's office. And I've been staring at them for like 2 years or whatever it's been and being like, those are pretty nice shelves. I'm very excited. Let's go. Okay, here's the deal. I am loving the shelves. They are beautiful, but they are not working with my plaster walls. That's my wall. Look at these nice holes here. So that's not the fault of the shelves. My walls are just falling apart because it's this really old building. I'm gonna be honest, I'm feeling very frustrated, and I've been working for hours and then the wall's just falling apart. So I might end up calling a TaskRabbit for this. My home is a mess. My back hurts a lot and I'm feeling really frustrated with the process. We'll come back. I need a break. Yeah, I don't think I even really captured it in this footage, but I was extremely frustrated and disappointed at this point. It was just getting to be one of those projects where like simple things felt impossible. Paint the whole room. Wow, it's the wrong color. Okay, there goes a day. Spend 2 days trying to put these shelves up. Oh, my walls don't work. Awesome. And when I get really, really frustrated and kind of pissed off, I don't really like to film and make people watch it because I feel like that's not what you come to YouTube for. But I do also feel like it's important to emphasize that this had become one of those projects where it's like, it just was frustrating that nothing simple was working. And so I decided to pivot and just do this painting detail that I knew I could execute. I was excited about. It was like giving myself a break. This is my emotional regulation. And that stuff happens with projects sometimes. So enjoy this painting montage while I calm down. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you see it? Can you see the vision coming together? Witness once down. Okay. Can we see the vision? The study is coming together. Wow. This was a tough process. It's feeling sexy in here, and I don't even have any furniture in here. As I said, all my furniture has been shipped away for reupholstery, and already I am so happy with this. Here's a question I know people like to answer in the comments. Do you think it's okay to put a candle up here? It's like a foot of space. Do you think I'd put a candle there? That one, probably not. Will it burn this? Okay, I think I probably shouldn't put a candle up there. I'm so happy, so happy.
It's all a bluff. It's all a bluff. It said you never thought I was good enough, but I called you Ace your kingdom, and it's all a bluff.
I'm so happy with it. Thank freaking gosh. The paint color finally worked out. That sucked. I'm really happy with how the painting turned out in here, but I still wanted like a little something on top of the woodwork. I can't quite explain it, but just like a little something to lift off of it. And I had an idea to just kind of do like a little outline with paint. I really, really like how it turned out. It's feeling great. So I had to call 3 different TaskRabbits in order to find someone who would mount these shelves. All of them were like down to mount shelves, whatever, whatever. And then once I told them they were these plaster walls from these old homes in DC, all of them canceled and said it's too hard to hang stuff in plaster. It wasn't worth their time. I had to go through 3 TaskRabbits to find someone who felt confident doing it. And then when he was confident doing it, I was like, are you sure? Like everyone else thought that was a bad idea. But I trusted him in the end and he was great. He executed the design, the vision perfectly. And FYI, it is very safe to hang stuff in plaster. It just takes a lot more work, but I'm really happy they're up there now. So this was a nightmare, but not because of the shelves. I feel bad. I really like this brand. The brand again of these shelves is Cozy. I haven't used them before, but I'm pretty obsessed with them. They really delivered. I think they look phenomenal. And it was really fun wrapping them all the way around the wall. And the whole thing is like every single review is they're so easy to put up. And it was honestly pretty validating for all these like professional mounters to be like, we don't fuck with that plaster. Yeah, I have not sorted out how exactly I want to hang artwork in here. I might just completely cover the walls in artwork. I'm starting to think that's what I might do. But I haven't perfected it yet, so don't judge me too much on the art placement yet because it's very, very temporary. As you see, we've got a ton of our books up here. I would say like 80% of these are Justin's books. He's a big reader. I'm largely illiterate, but that won't stop me. Should I give you a tour of some of the books? Hi, I just came from the gym and I washed my hair in many days, so that's why it looks like that. Where do I want to start? I do like a little aesthetic book arranging, but I still wanted things to be like locatable. So I grouped as many things by theme as they could be. And then within the theme, I go kind of by size and thickness. So these are all just a bunch of novels or general ass books, same thickness and size and height, la la la. But then here are a bunch of my journals. Over here, this is the wall that's, yeah, mostly games and stuff. There's a bunch of Justin's like war books, not because he loves war, but he had to study it. Then over here, we've got like all travel related books, more travel and then like language, Italian books, all my like most prized self-helpy, therapist-y books. Let's see what are the favorites. The Emotionally Exhausted Woman. If you haven't read this, what are you doing? You're probably a woman who's exhausted. Get that book. Radical Acceptance. If you haven't read it, you're probably unhappy. How to Be an Adult in Relationships. It's a dumb sounding title, but everyone should read it. When You Greet Me, I Bow. One of my favorite like Zen Buddhist books. Very accessible, very accessible. Okay, so those are good. This is all like poetry, writing, word related. I gotta start reading that, I guess. Someone gave me this VHS tape and I like it. I am really happy to finally have like a big area where I can display a bunch of knickknacks, but it doesn't feel cluttered. Like I got this and I was like, this is so fun, but like, what am I gonna do with this? And now I get to put it up here. That makes me very happy. We got a little Bill Bryson pile over here. Yeah, I think it's just cute as hell. This is a really sweet box that Justin gave me, and it's just full of all my needle pointing threads in there. I like that. And then you'll also see I have most of my vases up here. Boom, boom, boom. I have like a million vases. So when I'm not using them, they're not stored away in storage anymore, taking up storage space. They're decorative on display. And when I have like a new set of flowers that I need, I just take it down. You know how shelves work. Y'all, I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy about it. Ho-ho! This isn't even a nice bowl. This is like a 3-cent bowl that Justin had from his bachelor meals, but it's like, whatever, just put it on there. I love having like a little set of narrow frames here. Yeah, I'm just over the moon. I'm just completely over the moon with it. I'm so relieved. I really love these shelves. They're solid wood, super high quality. It's all been up for like maybe a week or two now, and they're not going anywhere. Hello, is someone home?
Oh, hello.
Hey, Justin.
Oh, what's up?
I'm filming.
I'm gonna make some dinner soon.
Okay, but not until you tell everyone how you feel about these shelves.
Oh, I love them.
Come on camera and say it.
I love them.
Nice, good. Don't they make the room?
They do.
Isn't it starting to feel like a study?
Yeah, I think it makes it a lot cozier.
Yeah, I'm so
And it
excited.
gives it like kind of like a distinct feel in terms of like it's less of a pass-through space.
Yes, it's less random. We've actually been like spending more time in this room,
Yeah.
even than the other one. Yeah, it's feeling really cozy. I'm really excited. And there's still a lot I have to do, but.
You tell them what you did with my couch?
Oh, yeah, I got. I'm sorry about that, Justin. That's the patio sofa from the patio, which we are sitting on. And yeah, there were some spiders in it. We are very excited to get our furniture back in here so we can actually use this space. I would say the room is about 45% done now. It's feeling moody, it's feeling vibey, and I'm feeling actually very happy about it. I do think instead of candles up there, I'm gonna get like little battery operated lights or just like little tiny guys. I do have a new lamp to hang overhead. If you watched the last vlog, that was a fiasco. I'm just letting you guys witness all my fiascos because you can have a fiasco and then still have a great result. Like, my takeaways are decide when to pause, decide when to take a break, decide when to step away, decide when to call in some support for somebody else to do something. I'll link all the stuff. Obviously, I'm so relieved that the worst room of the house is finally coming together and it's actually becoming my favorite room. I'm so relieved. I'll see you soon.